Hi friends, so I'm actually gonna go and do a little self-care. I started last weekend with my haircut, chopped it all off. Here's my new look. I love it, I'm obsessed. It's so much easier to take care of and style. But now I'm gonna go get my nails done. I was invited by Paint St. Louis to come and enjoy their luxury nail bar service. It's non-toxic. I mean, honestly, I've never experienced anything like this, so I'm really excited to go in and check it out. This is part of their grand reopening campaign, and so really excited to go in, and I will show you guys what my nails look like after, because right now they are in bad shape because I have the worst habit of chewing my nails. So let's see the outcome. Okay friends, so I ended up just going with like a really simple gel and simple nail art, and honestly it looks so cute. We got some fall colors going. I didn't think that my nails this short could look good, so maybe this will keep me from biting them, right? I was talking to the nail stylist and she was like, well, maybe now you won't bite them, right? So they're super cute. I love them. She did like some little abstract art, and I think next time I may get some length and do more of just like a nude, because I love this nude color underneath. It's so cute. It's called I think she said XOX, or yeah, XOX, and it's like the perfect nude. Like, it looks very natural, but it's like 3 layers of that shade. So looks good, very happy. And now my self-care is complete. Well, not complete, it's never complete, but I'm gonna go home and we're gonna hang the new curtains, and I'm gonna finish styling like little spaces for fall. I showed you guys the mantle last time, and I've done the dining room table, like centerpiece, and so now I'm going to do like my different shelves and then my coffee table, and style a little corner in our bedroom to get a little cozy vibe going. But I'm keeping it very simple, like my nails, all the way across like our home. Like, this is probably the simplest fall decor I've ever done, but it's honestly like the most satisfying. It's just like the only way I know how to describe it is like light and cozy. So very excited, and I can't wait to show you guys. So here we go. Okay, so we're using command hooks, so that way we don't have to like drill or like nail. We already put some holes in there the first, like when we first moved in, so we're gonna have to get those covered before we move. What are you doing? We're gonna have to get those covered before we move, but we're not gonna put any more holes in the wall. So we just got command strips because these are the damage-free hanging hooks, which are great for, they're apartment friendly, so they're great for hanging curtains in apartments or whatever. Really, they feel really sturdy, and I love that they're bronze, so they go really well with the curtain rod. And so he's just measuring how high he's gonna place them, and then we're gonna put them up there, and then all we have to do is put our rod over the hook. So it's gonna be really easy, and I don't know why the heck we didn't do this before. Okay, so a little neat tip here is that you want to be sure to like, here, let me move the camera. It's like too far. Okay. Okay, so you want to be sure to put your hooks like further up off of the like window trim to give everything like a nice like elongated look. If you have really small windows, you can still do this. We luckily do have a big window actually, and we have pretty high ceilings, so it wasn't exactly necessary to go up too high. I mean, we really couldn't anyway because of the ceiling. But we went up a little bit just to give it like, just like a nice grand look. And so that's like a little trick. If you have small windows, you can still do this. Like I said, even if you have like short windows, it doesn't matter. Like you can put really nice long drapes on there, and it'll give it like a really nice look. And I think, did we get it?
I think so.
Okay. So we have to let the hook sit for like an hour before we add the rod and the curtains. But I think I really like these hooks though. It's like much easier than using nails and like screws and drills or whatever.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Can you get it through?
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Got it? Okay. We're gonna let them sit, and then I'm gonna get the curtains up and start styling the sofa and everything. Good morning. It is Sunday. I am actually up early today. It's 8:30. I've already got my candle going, guys. It's 8:30 in the morning. And I'm up early on this Sunday because it is officially fall in our household. It's officially the kickoff to football Sunday, which means it's the kickoff to crockpot season in our household. So I'm getting a crockpot recipe going. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that's my coffee. It's kind of loud. I guess I should have waited till it was done to film. So I'm gonna get a crockpot recipe going, and I'm gonna share the recipe here with you guys because this is a good one. It's so easy. Just dump everything in, turn it on. It does have to be on for like 6 to 8 hours. It just depends on like how much you use. Like I'm doubling the recipe today, so it might take the full 8. But it's really yummy, and I'm going to share the recipe with you guys. I'm also going to be getting back to the curtains and finishing the sofa area for you guys here after I get this crockpot recipe going, because I need to get all of these little final fall touches done by kickoff at noon, so that we can just be cozy and have a really nice chill day. Like, we look forward to football Sundays so much, especially when we're just going to be home, and the weather is actually like perfect today for this vibe. I mean, talk about a vibe. It's like rainy and cloudy, and it's like in the 70s for the first time in, I don't know, since spring, I think, or like early summer. And so it's like the perfect vibe. It's not the best lighting for filming with the clouds, but I'm gonna do the best I can when I get back to the living room. And I wanna finish styling that space, get all the little final fall touches out. I did a little here yesterday. I just switched some of my mugs around, and I've got my little good morning pumpkin going there. But just little things like that I'm gonna go around and do today, after I finish styling in the living room, and after I get this recipe going. Okay, so this recipe is really easy. You are going to need a pack of chicken breast, which I don't have here right now, but a pack of chicken breast, black beans, corn, rotel, ranch seasoning, onion powder, cumin, chili powder, and then cream cheese. I'm doubling everything, so you would only need one of everything if you were just making like the regular serving. But I'm gonna double so we have plenty of leftovers for lunch and stuff this week. Honestly, just like super excited to be making a crockpot recipe, so I had to double it. So I'm gonna get everything dumped in the crockpot, and here we go. Okay, so you're going to start with your chicken breast, and honestly, this is the only thing I didn't double, which I'm regretting right now. But I think if I can shred it really good at the end, it'll be just fine because they're pretty big. But definitely do 4 breasts of chicken if you're doubling everything, because the recipe calls for just 2 breasts. By the way, this is kind of gross. I don't really like doing chicken on film, but you're just going to put your chicken at the bottom of the crock pot to start your recipe. Okay, and before the next step, I'm going to get these cans of black beans drained and rinsed. I love black beans. Not a lot of people like beans or can even eat them, just depending. But they're my favorite. Like, me and my mom, like, we eat black beans like a lot. I like mash them and like even eat them for like breakfast. The way, the way I was raised as a Mexican, beans is a huge staple. Of course, they're usually pinto beans, which I also love. But black beans, I don't know, I just love them. If you like salt and pepper them right, add a little garlic powder, mash them up, make sure they're like moist, add some water so that they're not all dry. They're so good. So I just give them a little rinse with our sprayer, and then I just let them sit and drain. And what you're gonna do next is dump in your corn undrained. This recipe I have like memorized because I've made it plenty of times during crockpot season, and Terrence and I agreed to kick off the season with it because I've been like craving it. It's so good. We usually we get like Tostito. Actually, you can see them in the background. So I ordered two large bags of the On the Border tortilla chips because they're like our favorite. They're salted perfectly. I just love those chips. But they didn't have any, so they replaced my 2 bags with 3 smaller Tostito Cantina ones, which honestly look good. I think they're gonna be great. I don't think we've tried them yet before. Okay, so you're gonna dump your corn in undrained. Like I said, I'm doubling everything, but you don't have to. It is just 2 of us, but I love having plenty of leftovers whenever I cook anything. We are definitely the type of people that like to stretch out a recipe for at least 2 days, but if we're lucky, 3. It's just less cooking and less money, to be honest. Who doesn't love a meal that, you know, makes more than just 1 serving? Okay, so we got our corn in. Next, we're getting our Rotel in. I'm using the original. If you want to make it like a spicy chili, by all means, do the hot Rotel. I actually love hot Rotel, but Terrence does not. It's like a little too much. Maybe I should have got 1 can and just added like a little kick. But this is not necessarily like a spicy chili. It's got cream cheese and ranch, so it's just like really flavorful. So original Rotel will do, and you don't have to drain this or anything. Just put it all in there. Like I said, super easy recipe. Don't really have to prep anything. Just open and dump. Okay, and then you're gonna get your drained and rinsed black beans in there. So excited. Okay, so now it's time for the seasonings. So you're gonna take your ranch seasoning, and just spread it over the top. I haven't mixed anything yet. Everything's just getting dumped in. We're gonna do some stirring in a minute. I said, I'm doubling everything. You definitely don't need 2 packs if you are just making the original recipe. Get it all in. Okay, and again, I'm doubling. I keep saying that because I want you guys to not feel like you have to buy 2 of everything. Chili powder, you normally only need 1 tablespoon, but I'm doubling, so I'm using 2. I guess this is like the little kick, the chili powder. If you want it to be like spicy or whatever. It's not really spicy, but. Okay, so we got 2 tablespoons of that in there. And then you just need a teaspoon of onion powder and cumin, but again, since I'm doubling, I'm doing 2 teaspoons of each thing. I love cumin. It's like, it has such a good flavor. It like really brings everything together. I even use it when I make guac. I just like add a little bit in there before I stir everything up. It's so good. Okay, so now that everything's dumped in, we're going to give it a nice stir, basically just over the chicken, stirring everything together with the spices. Make sure everything's nice and covered with the like ranch seasoning and all the other seasonings. I like to stir until I see no more like of the white ranch powder. Yummy. And there is like juice from the corn and from the rotel, but there's going to be a lot of like juice come from the chicken as well when it's cooking, which is the soup part. I did only do 2 breasts, so hopefully it gives me enough. Either way, it's loaded with all the other stuff, so. Okay, so once you have it all nice and stirred, you're going to get your cream cheese. Again, I'm doubling, so I'm doing 2, and you're literally just gonna put them right on top before you turn the crock pot on. I normally get the Philadelphia. That's like my favorite cream cheese. Obviously, it's like the best, in my opinion. But since I was doubling everything, and this came in a 2-pack, and I couldn't find a 2-pack of. I'm always looking for the better deal, you guys. So this was the better deal. They usually offer the 2-pack in the Philadelphia, because it's like more expensive separate. But they didn't have any yesterday, so I got this 2-pack, which I mean, great value. We shop at Walmart, so we do get a lot of great value. Although, be aware of the great value chips. Like, this has just recently come to my attention, and I had forgotten about it, and I bought a bag recently and then like flipped it over, because I usually like look at the labels, and I was like, oh my god, that's right, because someone had recently told me, Terrence's mom had recently told me that they have like the cancer warning, basically may contain like things that can cause cancer, which I know a lot of things in our world can, but on food specifically with like a warning label, I've never seen that before. And so the great value chips, no bueno. We're not eating those here. But we do shop a lot of great value stuff because we shop at Walmart. I grew up shopping at Walmart. I grew up in a small town in Texas, so Walmart is like our store, you know, like that's where we go for everything. Once upon a time, it was, didn't even have groceries. So to the grocery store, we would go to like little local markets, and then they added the grocery part a few years later after like living there. And so of course we went there for everything. It's like they have everything. So I grew up shopping in Walmart. So when I came here, I was like, where's the Walmart? And of course there's none in the city. So we do always have to make a drive, like a 20-minute drive to get to any Walmart that we want to get to here. But it's just where I shop. I would say it's cheaper, but it's starting to go up in prices just like everything else. But it's definitely cheaper than like our local Schnucks, Deerberg, stores like that. They're definitely more pricey, which remind me more of like those local stores that we used to have in our small town. But Walmart just has everything most of the time. So anyway, all right, we got the cream cheese just right on top. So we're just gonna cover it and turn it on low for 6 to 8 hours. Just watch it at the 6-hour mark. Give it a nice look and see if the chicken is tender, if it's tender enough to shred. I'll show you guys when the time comes, but you are definitely going to have to be able to shred the chicken by the end. So we're gonna just set this here and leave it on for 6 to 8 hours. I'm going to clean up and then I'm going to get back to the living room and share all the final styling with you guys. Okay, so actually I had to make myself some breakfast before I get moving. The Crockpot recipes are already starting to smell really good, but I told you guys I love black beans, and I told you sometimes I just make them for breakfast and breakfast tacos. So I made like some black bean and sausage with cheese breakfast tacos with my favorite salsa from Walmart. It's the market side cantina style. Oh, so good. It's my favorite. We stay stocked on it. But I wanted to share another little life update with you guys. Friends, I have switched to decaf since I would say it's been a little over a month now. Decaf is now my thing, which I never thought I would say. If you watched my video where I was contemplating switching, I finally made the switch over a month ago, and if you've been contemplating at all, I just want to share my experience because it has been very beneficial to me personally. With drinking decaf, I now have less inflammation, which is really good for my knees because I have arthritis in my knees. One knee is worse than the other, but I definitely have to steer away from as many inflammatory foods as possible, and caffeine unfortunately is something that does cause inflammation. So decaf has helped tremendously with that. Another thing that it's helped with is my anxiety. My anxiety has been way less. Don't get me wrong, I still worry about things, etc., but it's not like heightened the way caffeine, I think, clearly was the root of my heightened anxiety. So those have been the benefits for me, and honestly they've been worth it. The taste is not really that bad. I kind of like double the scoops when I'm brewing to make it a little stronger so it's not so weak. And then with my creamers that I love, it's honestly like doesn't taste that much different. I would say the only downfall, if you want to know, yes, there's a downfall, and the downfall for me is that by like between 2 and 4 in the afternoon, I'm like crashing without the caffeine. But there are a lot of other things, supplements that I want to try. My brother has recommended all kinds of things for me to try for that afternoon like drag. When I'm home, I luckily can get a little nap in, which is nice because I'm not a napper, but without caffeine I kind of am. Well, not really. I still am always like fighting it because I'm just like such a busy person. I would just rather be doing something. But that's just me. But if I really feel it and I'm home and the time is right, then I will take a little nap, and it's very nice. But for the most part, I just fight through it. And I am like, I would say like 90% caffeine free because now that it's PSL season, I do allow myself one caffeinated drink a week, if that. I don't always stop at Starbucks or, you know, choose to go caffeine instead of decaf. But if I do, I allow myself like one a week, and it's nice. It's not like, it hasn't been like super dramatic, like a super dramatic effect, other than I definitely feel more energized, which is a plus because that's what caffeine should do. It should give you a little boost. And so it does do that, which is like a nice feeling because I never really felt it before. I think just because I was so, I was just constantly drinking caffeine. So I don't know that I ever really felt the benefits of it, if there are any other, like, I guess the boost of energy is the benefit, I guess. But so yeah, so when I do have some caffeine, I definitely feel like, all right, like, let's go, and I can get like a lot more done. I just get moving. So I allow myself that once a week. But the benefits of the decaf have been great, and honestly great enough for me to keep drinking it. So just a little life update I wanted to share, just in case anybody else has been contemplating or wondering. I know decaf doesn't have like the same punch as caffeine, but honestly the benefits are worth it to me personally. So just thought I'd share. Also, right now this is like my go-to creamer, non-dairy. I still do non-dairy creamers, but I got the almond milk and oatmeal pumpkin spice latte. They have it at Target. It's so good. I love it. Here's my little haul that I wanted to share with you guys. So I just got a bunch of neutral pillows, which are going to be like the year-round pillows, obviously. I just never ended up getting any for our blue sofa, and now we have some. So I'm really excited to style these on there. This one is specifically for fall, clearly, with the pumpkins. Isn't it so cute? These are all Target, by the way. And this one's gonna actually go on the chair in our bedroom, I think, or somewhere in like my little cozy corner that I'm gonna put together. I actually shared these last week on my Instagram, and I think in a short here on YouTube as well. But they're also Target, really great pieces. I love the amber glass. I fell in love with amber glass last year, and am now like super into the neutrals, even more so than I was last year. So I did get a few more neutral pumpkins to add to my neutral pumpkin collection. If you missed it, here are all of my other neutral pumpkins that I styled the mantle with. Since I last shared my mantle styling, I've added some little battery operated candles, and they're really cute. They look great at night. I'll show you guys when it gets darker. Okay, so I also got more of these command hooks, which are from Target, and these are going to be for our bedroom curtains. These are the bedroom curtains. They're a beige color. This is from Amazon, and it's really cute. It's a standing one. It's adjustable, has 8 hooks, and I ended up getting the neutral. It comes in different shades. I got the neutral, but now that I have all my neutral decor out, I'm just not sure how it's gonna come together. I usually go for black. That's like my go-to with my furniture. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. It may look great. I'm just unsure. And I think I'm just unsure because I don't normally pick neutral like furniture pieces, mostly just like accents and decor. So we shall see how it all looks. So I'm gonna get to styling. I can't wait to show you more. Okay, so I had Terrence fix the top yesterday, so everything's really nice and even up there. It's so bright behind me, it's ridiculous. But let me get out of the way so you guys can see a little better. There we go. The top is nice and spread out and even. You want to make sure that there's some of the bar exposed on each side. I pulled one of the little fabrics on the outside of the hook, just so that it would just look more spread out, the whole curtain. So everything's nice and spread out, looks good, and I'm excited to start styling this area. Finally. I've stirred it a couple times already, but I like to just kind of keep stirring until that cream cheese isn't like so clumpy. And then on the bottom is where the chicken is, so I kind of just move it around just to make sure it's not sticking or anything. But I like to mainly just like leave it alone until the 6 hours are up, and then I'll like test it and see if I can shred it apart. But it is smelling amazing, and the games have started, so we are having a good time. Cheers. Here's the final look, and I just love how bright and cozy everything looks. I'm still a little unsure about my 2 frames to the left. Let me know what you guys think. I'm either going to move them down or get a new piece, and I'm so glad I went with that bamboo rack. It looks so good here. And I just added a few simple touches to the shelves in our dining room and over on our console, and I just love the way everything turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, so we're 7 hours in, and I actually just shredded the chicken with just this spoon. Normally at the 6 hour mark, I'll take all the chicken out, shred it apart, put it back in, and then stir it up. But at the 7 hour mark, I was able to just kind of poke it around and shred it with the spoon. So it looks pretty good. I'm trying to just get like the big chunks of chicken apart. And then I think I'm just going to set it, since it's at 7 hours, I'm just going to set it at warm for 1 hour because we are going to have it for dinner. And so I think we're good. So I'm just gonna leave it on warm for an hour, and then try to get any other pieces of chicken shredded apart here, but I think it's looking pretty good. It definitely smells really good. And I'm glad that I made double the recipe, because it looks like it's gonna be plenty to have for like leftovers tomorrow. Here's a big chunk. See that big chunk? So just do your best to like shred all the chicken apart and then stir it all in. Okay, so I'm doing a taste test because it just smells too good, you guys. I just have to. But normally we just use like some chips. It's like steaming hot, so good luck to me not burning my mouth, right? So good. I just wanted to make sure it had like enough salt. It's really good. I can't wait to eat it. All right, so just setting it to warm and just gonna let it sit for the next like hour, and then we're gonna enjoy it for the Sunday night game. Just for the record, Terrence's team lost. Boo. That was a tough loss. They started out so good. And then my team tied, so it was boring. I mean, it was a good game, but nobody wants to tie. They want to win. So it wasn't the best ending, but I guess at least we didn't lose. Okay, so dinner's finally ready.
Yes.
How did our teams do today, babe?
I don't even want to talk about that, man. I don't even know why I got this on right now. I mean, cause I rep them.
That's why you're on.
They stress me out, but it's all love at the end of the day, Man.
Yeah, it wasn't that great of a game. Would you rather blow another lead or tie a game? I guess tie a game.
I would rather tie.
Yeah, at least we didn't lose.
Oh.
Are you ready to eat?
Let's eat.